Welcome to DermWire News, powered by DermWire.com. DermWire News for Smart Speaker is made possible with advertising support from Ortho Dermatologics.
Skin cancer patients are bothered that the disease isn't taken seriously. Cimzia gets approval for psoriasis, and eczema is linked to cardiovascular risk. Details ahead on DermWire TV. Welcome to DermWire TV from the editors of DermWire.com and Practical Dermatology magazine. I'm your host, Rana Jaraha. Dermatologists get frustrated that patients seem to sometimes discount the gravity of skin cancer. It turns out that people living with skin cancer struggle with similar perceptions. A new national survey called Skin Cancer in America 2018, conducted by Health Union, finds that patients feel that others dismiss the condition as a minor health concern. Yet more than 60% of individuals with skin cancer worry about dying at least a little bit. 64% said they feel at least a little bit sad and nervous. Patient anxiety may be highest among those with melanoma. More than 80% of melanoma patients getting skin biopsies reported either more anxiety or a lot more anxiety than normal. 34% of respondents with melanoma reported a lot more anxiety than normal due to scans. More than half of respondents say they think about recurrence daily or a few times per week. Health Union says that the significant impact of skin cancer on the physical, social, and emotional well-being of respondents is on par with the effects on people living with other forms of cancer. Cimzia, or certolizumab pegol from UCB, has received FDA approval for treatment of adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Cimzia is the first FC-free pegylated anti-TNF treatment option for this indication. The approval follows a recent FDA label update for Cimzia that provides essential information to healthcare professionals and women regarding pregnancy and breastfeeding. The psoriasis approval is based on data from a Phase 3 clinical development program with trials that enrolled over 1,000 patients. Nearly one-third had prior biologic exposure. In all three trials, Cimzia demonstrated statistically significant improvements for all primary and co-primary endpoints compared to placebo at all tested doses. Clinical benefit was maintained through week 48. According to the updated label, the recommended dose of Cimzia for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis is 400 milligrams. For some patients with body weight of 90 kilograms or less, a reduced dose may be used. Approval of Cimzia for psoriasis marks the entry of UCB into immune dermatology, where the company says significant unmet need currently exists. There is now evidence that, like psoriasis and rosacea, eczema may be linked to cardiovascular risk. Writing in the BMJ, British researchers report that individuals with severe eczema may be at greater risk for heart attack, stroke, and atrial fibrillation. Researchers show that individuals with severe eczema had a 20% increased risk of stroke and a 40% to 50% greater risk of unstable angina, heart attack, atrial fibrillation, and death from heart disease. This group also had a 70% increased risk for heart failure. These risks remained after the researchers accounted for such factors as weight, smoking, and alcohol use. The researchers compared data for more than 385,000 adults with eczema to up to 5 people of similar age and gender who didn't have eczema. In an accompanying editorial, Dr. John Ingram, a consultant dermatologist at Cardiff University in Wales, writes that the new study makes the case for targeted screening of standard CV disease risk factors. Researchers stress that the current study is observational and cannot show a direct cause and effect. Spironolactone may be just as effective as antibiotics for the treatment of women with acne, researchers from the Perelman School of Medicine at the University of Pennsylvania report. Their study in the Journal of Drugs and Dermatology looked at prescription switching as a surrogate for treatment failure and found similar rates of discontinuation for spironolactone and antibiotics. Thank you for watching DermWire TV. You can get updates anytime at DermWire.com or enable the Dermatology News skill on your Echo device and ask Alexa to read Dermatology News. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to DermWire News. This editorially independent program is made possible with advertising from Ortho Dermatologics.